Hello, Sun Readers. Thank you very much for all of your lovely Twitter questions. I think I will take a moment to answer a few, actually. First, at RSTCB asks, Seth Rollins, what's your pre-match ritual? I like to do a good bit of squats and a lot of handstands. Warm up the shoulders and the hips. That's most important for me. I know that sounds crazy because you probably can't do handstands, but I can, and so I do. At Rock Bottom Radio 97.1 asks, why do you feel the need to carry the briefcase around with you in the UK? It's not like Brock's about. Oh, that you probably think that's funny, don't you? I have the briefcase because it's symbolic of who I am, and that is the future of WWE, and it comes in handy from time to time, if you know what I mean. It's right here. It's not going anywhere. In case these guys get out of hand, you know what I'm saying? I can take care of business. At Ryan WWE 313 asks, Seth Rollins, why is your hair so awesome? It's covered up under this wonderful Glamour Kills hat right now, but it is quite awesome, isn't it? I will say that I pull off the two-tone quite well. Kids, don't try this at home. At Rollins Nation asks, you recently visited NXT last month. I don't know why you know that. Out of all the talents, who would you like to work with for the first time? Ooh, that's a good one. First time, I would say probably Finn Balor, of course. Someone I've heard a lot about, seen a lot of his matches, never had the chance to work with him. And actually, Adrian Neville and I have never locked up in any capacity, so he is also someone who I'd really like to get in the ring with. Aside from that, there's a lot of great young talent down there and a lot who have not even debuted yet, so could be anybody. Random Austrian asks, when did you start getting into metal and who's your favorite band right now? Coming from a fellow metalhead. I got into metal when I was probably, 13, 14, you know, like Metallica, Pantera, and then from there is Shadows Fall and Lamb of God and God Forbid and Unearth, all those awesome metal bands. My current favorite metal band, oh man, who's even making music anymore? You know, Unearth just put out a new record called Watchers of the Rule, and it's pretty metal, like really, really metal. So I would say they're at the forefront right now just because they keep bringing it. Or Parkway Drive, if you consider them metal. I don't know, they're kind of like metalcore, depends on your genre disposition. Those two are pretty awesome. All right, couple more. This one's easy. At GI Design asks, what soccer team do you support and why? I don't watch soccer. I would fall asleep. Thank you. Next, at Nick Thorpe asks, on neutral ground, who would win in a fight between a hippo and a polar bear? What is neutral ground? How do you specify what is neutral ground in that question? I don't understand. Like, yeah, the hippo lives in the water, but he can walk out on the land. Is that neutral? Like, what is neutral ground here? If I had to pick, I mean, how big are these? Is we talking about a baby polar bear, a tiny hippopotamus? Like, are we talking about mammoths here? What's going on? Is there food in the middle of them? I don't know. This is, you really got to go back and rephrase this question, my friend. I think I'll just hug both of them and raise both their hands as victors, co-victors, because they're both so awesome. At Biggie Rant asks, who is the greatest professional wrestler of all time in your opinion? In my personal, humble opinion, I would say the Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels is the greatest in-ring performer ever. And last but certainly not least, Andrew Croissant28 asks, after Kenta, Steen, and Devitt, who would you sign next? Kenta being Hideo Itami, Kevin Steen yet to have a name, and Devitt being the Finn Balor that I mentioned earlier. Who is next? Probably the Young Bucks. I know that they're a long shot, but they are one of the best acts in all of professional wrestling, and I think they have a lot to offer, and they might actually put a little spark into our tag team division. So there you have it. Done and done. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have.